Welcome to this extra episode. I'm interrupting your normal schedule of episodes. We have a Monday episode every day, every week. And this episode's going to be part of season 20, the case files of sovereignty. I've got 12 special episodes lined up for you, of which this is episode 1, how to solve the performance trap, the auditor's mindset. So why would a director go quiet or dark for 4 years at the peak time of their career? Well, it's actually very interesting. I did a LinkedIn post because I've been getting notifications from LinkedIn just to update and people are doing stuff, but I've not really done it. About 4 years ago, I did the original post saying I'm starting my own company, and that was sent out there. And since then, I've just been busy building. So it's just the case that I'm not hiding. I was building and collecting data. My background is data, so I like to look at data. And I realized that I was basically working for someone else's success while I was working in the office job. And I needed to step back and audit my own life. So I spent 4 years intensively looking at what I'm doing, what's the best way to do what I'm doing and be successful. And there are different logics here. We're going to investigate and find out why and how this is going to hopefully help you. I'm aiming this towards letting you know how my life's changed as soon as I started working for myself. And this season is going to give you real practical mystery that we're going to solve. Why would you leave a perfectly good job, start working for yourself for more stress? The mess versus the standards. So the reality of the 4 years, I was dealing with the star service providers who were blagging it. A lot of service providers made fancy videos online, talk the talk, they're amazing, they've got loads of knowledge, and when you take up their service, they palm you off to someone in their team, and every year that person that's meant to be looking after you just goes. So the company wasn't holding on to their staff at all, and there was like a high turnover. And for me, high turnover is if you're losing a key person in your team every year, then you're not doing something right. So every 4 years, I had 4 basically different people. I won't name names because it's no need to, but it gives you an idea of the types of challenges that you will be facing. Things will change. People around you will do different things. And if you're a company director, it's down to you to basically sort it out. So I was used to the high standards coming from a bank. And I'm calling it bank. It's a financial service intermediary for like other suppliers and things. But I was used to high standards. Everybody who was in their position, we had like our own finance department, the HR departments, every department. So I'm coming from a high bar. Everything's like there's structure in place. Everything's organized. There's processes for things. It's only when you start doing things for yourself that you realize how important those are. And other companies don't abide by them. They just kind of make it up as they go along. So it's a bit blagging it is a term I'm using. And there's different standards out there. The logic of choosing your time over profit is very important. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm working, I'm enjoying a job, I'm good at my job, I need more challenge, basically. While I was working, I had an additional job like weekends and evenings, like photography, videos, and Zulf photography was like a big thing throughout all of that, helping a lot of clients. But I feel like because there's so much challenge out there, I had to take the step back, look at myself and think, okay, I've got 4 years. What am I doing? What's my plan for next year? So a lot of companies don't get past their first year, second year, third year. Luckily, I'm in year 4 now, and I'm hoping to go into year 5. I've purposely taken a step back because I've kind of achieved my goals, as it were, and I'm picking and choosing what I do now. So if you're in a position to be able to pick and choose what you take on, it's very good because I can take on specific challenges and basically be like full mode, 3 months, live and breathe that challenge and sort it out. So I'm helping lots of different, probably 19 different brands. This is ranging from like high level worldwide political leaders as well. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the episodes and let you know. But I think you'll enjoy this build up to understand sometimes you need to step back from sharing the success, because I've seen lots of people share that as they're doing stuff, which is amazing, but if you're focusing on yourself and you want to get something done, your full attention should be to that project. I don't think it's me sharing about that project while I'm doing it, saying, oh wow, look, I've made money, I've made this, I've made that. It's always nice after you've done it, then you can prove, okay, I did this based on X. Have a look at this. Here's the data. Every episode I do here will have show notes. Zulf photography. No, that was used to be my website. So now I've got zulftalks.com/S20 for season 20. And you get like a full list of every episode for this season with show notes. So I'm going to be providing proof as I'm doing this, because having data without having like saying you've done something without the data is useless. So I'll give as much information as I can, keeping anonymity where possible to try and not share where people don't want to be shared. So the time over profit logic was me thinking, you know what? I'm spending X amount of hours working for someone. I could just hardcore do everything from start to finish quicker. In environments, you sometimes have to hand stuff up to someone else if they're on holiday, if they're working on something, if they've got other multiple projects, everything gets extended out. Realistically, a solid project can last like a month, 2 months, and it can be started and completed if you're doing all the steps. But if you hand it over to someone else and it takes 6 months, 7 months, and it's just time, and the profit's not there, because then how does it work out? If you can do something repetitively and build a system, it works very nicely. So what we're thinking here is there is a solution, and because I took time out, I wanted to take the time out because I didn't want to share on, well, specifically certain sites. I wasn't sharing on LinkedIn, but I was making regular episodes. So if you were on my podcast, you would have followed me throughout the journey of like the weekly episodes. You were getting like a top line of basically what's going on, what I was thinking. We had like the multiple seasons where we looked at the money matters, we looked at UK buying a house, we looked at working for yourself. There's multiple seasons we did throughout this section. We had the mindset shift. I just had a quick look at my show notes. I had the specific professional guests episode, and all of this was building up to where I am now. So I've been able to come to a point where I've taken time out from social media. When I say social media, I'm talking about LinkedIn specifically. Like, I didn't post all the success stories that everybody else does. I wanted to break through that noise with actual proven success, that here's what's happened, here's how it's going. And I feel like having the system in place is applying my banking logic to my exit. And then I didn't just leave, I solved like a puzzle. There's like a financial independence puzzle, and focusing on the end goal, because you need to be able to think about how is the system going to help you. So me leaving was me moving to a specific target. I was doing really well. I made loads of video content. I helped brands get what they wanted very quickly and repetitively at the same high quality every time. If you can do those things for someone, they're going to keep hiring you. They're going to keep saying, oh, well, actually, this guy's doing quite good. And if you throw out multiple, I'm talking 3,000 videos, 4,000 videos within like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, good quality and getting the achievements done. That's where it kind of started, where I was able to get more done. This, I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm talking about like platforms online creating for Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk for actual physical items for their shops, for the brands. So this helps. You're looking at multiple different ways of doing this. I'm talking to you as if we're discussing this as a topic. So I'm trying to cover it as much as I can to give you ideas about what's out there, what my journey was. This could apply to you in your scenario, but if you're able to find the logic behind what you're doing, you create the system, the steps, and you're checking what you're doing. My exit from the banking environment, which is a secure job, perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. I was helping solve different tasks in different departments, helping like automation reports and making things a little bit better. And that all was good. But then if you think about, I could do so much more if I could just handle the whole process myself. Because if you're doing something and reporting on getting data. It's really hard to get the data from a system. You have to approach that company. You have to wait for them to approve it. You have to go through like all the regulatory things. The same thing applies, but here I can just be like, I need this. I'm getting this budget. Here's the money. Give it to me. It's like, there's the money, paid for it. I've got it in the same day, within hours maybe. Whereas going through like proper frameworks and things, it takes months, and people don't want to pay for stuff. They don't know what the return ROI is going to be on stuff. But if I can see budget is X and I'm using 1%, 2% to get extra information to help me get to the end goal, it makes total sense to spend that, because then you've already known what you're ending and then you're making it better and better. So the system needs to be in place, and then moving from performing to success is the building it. So I'm able to take the time out to build it. So this is like the start of this episode. I solved it because the silence was an investment, not a retreat. I traded a public profile for a house that I ended up where I'm at now, cash, total security. So I've solved it. The issue was I left, I moved to do something else. There's lots of like little challenges during that, because there was lots of little things that needed to be set up, and then finding that, okay, I was quiet because I needed to sort it out. I'm in total security now. But we are going to be looking at something along the lines of why would you leave like a perfectly good job, and how can you afford to like pay off a house so quickly? Because this is actually technically my second house that I've bought now. Well, if you count all of them, it's third. I had to sell one to buy this one, and I've still got another one. So it can work. Success is the proof, and I'm hoping now with these episodes I can go into more detail to explain like the thought process of how you can do this. So the next case we're going to look at is going to be the scooter strategy. How a 125cc Yamaha scooter became a financial weapon to clear a mortgage in, I think it was 7 years. I'm going to check the details. 7 to 9 years between that. If you miss the next episode, you're going to be able to catch up. Zulftalks.com. What's one question you're stuck on right now? Contact me on zulftalks.com. You can drop me a message on Insta or email me there. If you want, you could even put your answer below this episode in the comment section. I read through every single one, and it helps me shape the shows. So it'll be good to hear from you. It would be really good if you can leave a review wherever you're listening to this. The show resources are available at zulftalks.com. You can also sign up to the mailing list there, which will allow you to get information to help you on your journey working for yourself.
Working for yourself, I know you love it. Working for yourself, 'cause I love it too. Working for yourself, Zulf talks about it, making it easy for you. Working for yourself, go be your own boss. Working for yourself, Zulf will help you along. Working for yourself, powered by trusted creators. ZulfTalks.com.